Hello Marvel Legends fans, this is Solid Dave Snake, continuing Marvel Legends March here on my YouTube channel, and in this video, wrapping up the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avenger Wave with all the Build-A-Figure pieces assembled to make Oden. And if you're a fan of these Marvel Legends and have been getting this series, you'll know there is a running change for two of the characters, Captain Marvel and Machine Man in this wave, that have alternate arms, head, cape, and weapons to make King Thor. So you don't need extra leg pieces or an extra torso. And I actually got Captain Marvel, however I did not get Machine Man. And Captain Marvel comes with the extra head and the axe and alternate cape for King Thor, which I will show how these go on here soon. But I do not have the arms. But the only real difference with the arms that come with Machine Man is that one of them is all metal. I believe his left arm, but I think the other one's almost identical, if not identical. So, those are the only differences between the two figures, and we will take a quick look at them from head to toe, and see where all this figure shines. I'm very happy that Hasbro has went back to doing bigger Build-A-Figures. I didn't like how they were doing some small ones there for a while. Even the Jubilee Build-A-Figure we got last year was pretty small, but Oden here is as big as this Thor figure in the line. Maybe just a centimeter taller. So he's pretty good size. Pretty comic book accurate size. And both of these capes, the one that Oden has and the one for King Thor, are the same exact capes that came with the Thor in this wave too, just with different colors. And the Thor that has come out previously from Hasbro. But I really like the overall armor. And the head on this Oden is really nice. I actually like this one a little better than the King Thor, just because of his whole headdress he has with the horns here. I really think that's neat how the ram horns are on there. They look good. His beard was sculpted well. Has the brown eye patch. Of course, this cape for Oden is blue. And the armor has a really nice little black wash going on to it. It's silver all over, but then has very light black wash going on with it, if you can make that out. That's pretty nice. His tunic is real pliable, a lot more pliable than his actual cape. And give you a look at how his legs look. That same type of armor down below. Same color scheme. I like the bands going around the wrist. And the shoulder pieces are actually movable. I'll take off his cape here and show you. And you can actually take them off as well, but you can put them all the way up there. Or you can take them off and actually flip it to this side. If you can see the pegs there, they go right into those holes on the shoulder. And you could have it angling it that way if you really want to. But it fits on a little better this way. And this is the staff for Oden. There's no paint variation on this. It's just this bronze-like color of the plastic. But it has some nice detail and could really use a custom paint job to bring out some of these details here. And while I'm getting them disassembled, I might as well just pop off Oden's head here, fling his cape to the side, and slap on King Thor's head. And throw on his cape while we're at it. And these capes plug right into the hole here on his back. There we go. And this button looks a little mismatched. Oh, it's lined up now. And then see how the axe fits in his hand. That hand is a little loose from holding that staff. See if it fits better in this one. Oh, that cape is not wanting to stay on. Really got to put it in there good. There we go. Alright, and then we have King Thor without the metal arm. So if you get Machine Man, just picture a whole metal arm here, and that's what the finished version of King Thor will look like. And I do like this head as well. I like Oden's a little better, but I'll put them side by side here. You can see the eye patch is on the opposite side. The beard is actually a little more white. I really like how the beard and hair was done on this King Thor. I thought they did a great job with that. Let me get a focus in here. You can see some of this detail in that beard. If you look at the top of his head, it's got a nice part to the top. They really sculpted that well. So, really neat Build-A-Figure. I like that concept of being able to get 2 for 1 out of them. So, very original, and I'll go over his articulation now to wrap this up, and I'll actually take the cape off, so we won't be restricted at all. With that cape, a lot will be restricted. But his head is on a ball joint, obviously, being able to take it on and off, and the King Thor head will not rotate all the way around. We'll look this far down, which isn't much, and this far up, which really isn't anything because of the hair and beard. However, the Oden head will turn all the way around. I'm not going to pop heads off again to show you, but I have done it, and it gets a lot more movement than this head. But the shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge, which will go up that far because it's restricted from the shoulder pads. If you take them off, it'll actually go up just a tad bit more, but not much more. And back down and rotate all the way around. At the bicep, he has a swivel. And a single hinged elbow, which really doesn't get that much movement out of. Of course, you can rotate it as well. And that hinge and rotation at the wrist, which doesn't have as much movement as some figures either. That's about the extent going up and the extent going back. And he has a really nice joint here at the diaphragm, which you can take that far back, and I like how they've kept the detail of the armor in there. And back forward. So not that far forward, but he will go a little ways back. And you can't really see it here because of the tunic, but he has a ball joint down here, which you can't really get. You could get it up further if it wasn't for that tunic, but with that on, that's about all the further you can get. And he does have double jointed knees. If I can get in there and show you underneath that. And they will bend all the way back. And then at the foot, he has the hinge, which will go really far down, that far up, and he has that ankle pivot. And of course, peg holes at the bottom of his feet, but pretty much all Marvel Legends do. So, all in all, I think this is a really unique Build-A-Figure. I think it's great to finally be able to get an Oden, and if you're a fan of these, if you collect these Marvel Legends, might as well pick all this line up and build your Oden or King Thor. But, alright guys, thanks for watching all my reviews on these Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avengers. And stay tuned, because there's a lot more Marvel March coming up. So, I'll catch you later.